cannot hear me clearly. So, Selvi, can you hear me clear?
Yes, okay? Very clear. You're very clear,
okay.
Doctor.
All right. Thank you very much, Phytoscience, for the invitation. It's an honor here to be with such an inspiring group that can come live on a Zoom at such an hour in Malaysia at 11 and much later in other countries. And I saw Australia as 5 a.m. So it's such an inspiring group. Also, our network business family and new prospects, if you're here, welcome. You're going to be blown away with what I'm going to share with you, not because of my talk, not because of my credibility, but just how good the products are and what you have in your hands. Today, we dive into a revolution that is in the hands of the doctors first. The doctors started talking about the products that you are using now, the ingredients in the products. And it's now widespread that we have this product in the market that can reach a global scale. So together in this talk or in this discussion session that we'll be having, we will be exploring in very simple terms. I'm not going to be talking about the science in such a detail, but I will be translating the science into simple language so that you can understand what the product is about. And I'm hoping towards the end of the talk, you can be proud of what you have. Now, most of you, like Selvish, has been here for 2 years. I know Dato really very well, and he's been in Phytoscience for a very, very long time. You have seen the miracle of the product that I'm going to talk about today, called Crystal Cell. But how much do you know of the product? And today, it's not about convincing you how good the product is, but to tell you a little bit of science and make you believe more in it, make you be brave about sharing this product and also consume them for yourself. All right. Now, so I'm going to share my slides. Selvi, can you help me here, or can I just share it?
Yeah, you can share it. You can share it because
okay.
you're already the co-host, so you can share it.
Yes, good, great. Okay, can you?
Yes, I can see. Yeah, your screen. Yeah, you have to make it into slideshow. Slideshow.
Good. Can you see
now? Yes, now it's good.
Okay, great. And you see my video as well, yeah?
I don't see a video, but I see something says crystal cell redefining.
Correct.
Oh yeah, I see your face too. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Okay, good. So we've passed this stage. So I'm going to let this close down. Just let me get going. Okay.
Just a minute, Doctor. While waiting for Doctor to prepare, please keep sharing the link. Yeah, because we are almost. Yeah, we've reached 100 participants now.
Amazing. Great. Amazing. Yes. All right. Okay. Today's talk, if you see the slide here, is actually Crystal Cell redefining the youthful health. Now, there is one bad part of my career. Everyone asks me this question. Almost everybody that I meet, and I give them a talk about stem cells, I give them a talk about plant stem cells, and they ask me this. Now, Dr. Mohan, what is the secret of staying young? How do I stay young as long as possible? Almost every time when I meet someone, it could be a coffee session, it could be a conference talk, it could be any talk. Because I'm in the field of anti-aging, in the field of stem cell, in the field of plant stem cell, I get this question. Again, I repeat the question, yeah? Dr. Mohan, how do I stay young? Before diving into the products of Phytoscience, I tend to give this answer that if you want to stay young, stay single. If you get married and if you have such a commitment, you start to age faster. I tend to just joke it off. But now I have a very simple answer. If you want to stay young, trust on us, trust Crystal Cell. And it is science-backed and it's something that can actually change or transform life. Hence today's talk, and the title will be Redefining Youthful Health, which means not only staying young, but also staying as healthy as possible. Right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your time. And today I will be sharing with you the secret of Crystal Cell in my talk for the next 30 minutes. Right. Now, in today's discovery session, I will be going through with you about understanding something called the metabolic performance. Let me put my pointer up here. What your optimum body needs. The fountain of youth, Crystal Cell itself, stem cell technology. Then I'll go to benefits of stem cell and then the dosage suggestion. All right. Now, you can keep your questions and answers, questions for me till the end, or any discussion if you want, or any sharing session that you have that you would like to add my presentation towards the end, and then we can all go through into a discussion. Right now, like I said, today's talk is going to be about crystal cell, but in honest truth, it's not about the product. You have in your hands a product so strong that I am going to say this word. Today, it's about you. It's all about you and what you have. Now, if I told you you have something that is going to change not only your life, but the way you explore opportunities, the way you take potential into your hand, the way you live for the next 30 years, and how you can actually change your lifestyle and become as happy as possible, whether if you are a working professional, or you are a father and mother, or you are working for somebody and you need to help everyone in the organization, anybody, and it's about you. Now, to become the best version of yourself, number one, you must be as healthy as possible, you must be as strong, and you must have as much as energy to be able to get out all of that. Now, for years and years and years, science, if I be a little bit more specific, for about 40 years, science has been exploring potential products that can give you this secret of staying as young as possible, as healthy as possible. So today's talk, besides just discussing a crystal cell as a product, it's all about you. Try to keep that in your mind. All right. Now, I'm going to start a little bit of the science behind why this product works. Right. Now, there's something called the metabolic cell performance. Right. And how well the cell performs in carrying out the function, in carrying out everything that is done inside the tissue, is very important and is the key to reducing aging and staying as healthy as possible. In short, to increase your longevity, right? So metabolism is probably something you heard before, is how your body takes in food and oxygen and the nutrients they have and turn them into energy. This is very basic. So all of us, if you say the term, I have a high metabolism or I have a low metabolism, now just means that I can use all my nutrients and optimize the turnaround and produce energy. Now, however, science has moved one step further to look at the cell. Now, we want the cell here in any tissues of the organ to produce high amount of energy to fight to fight diseases and to increase your immune system. Sorry, but this is aging and repair and regeneration, right? So technically, we want the cell to perform 100%, to perform 100%, all right? So here, what it means is it refers to how your cells are doing a job at creating and using energy. So for healthy cells, it works like a battery. As long as you generate them efficiently and keep your body going, it can just move on and actually produce many, many things that is required. Now, in this way, the cells are performing at a high peak. They are very, very healthy, and therefore they can have enough energy to do everything. Now, if you don't, in contrary, and if your cell is performing at a very low capacity, now this is where the trouble starts. You will be aging faster. You will be very prone to illnesses. You will have lack of energy and you feel a very big fatigue. And your skin, your aging will be shown in your skin, right? Now, try to imagine how you felt between 18 years old to 25. Unless if you're really 18 and 25 and you're here, then okay, you probably don't get me. But some of the rest of you, if you try to think of how you were at between 18 to 25 years old, what kind of energy levels did you have? I always give this example. Now, you could have slept at 4 a.m. in the morning when you are 20, 22, 23 years old and wake up in the morning and still feel fresh. Now, the reason you can feel such is because your cell is working at an optimum level that is so beautiful. It's tinkering, it's moving, and it's producing enough energy to wake you up, to keep you going, right? Now, so this is called cell performance. Now, if you are already a Phytoscience member, I am as well. So if you're already a Phytoscience member, you can start talking to your prospect, thinking about cell performance. Now, but if you're a new prospect coming here to see how beautiful and what we have, then try to think about increasing your self performance and see how you can go with that, right? Now, I've got a little explanation in terms of if you see the table on your right, and age groups, right? So if people below 25 years, scientific research has shown that your cell metabolic performance is about 98%, and this is the best part. So every human being, we are peak between 18 to 25. Now, between 25 to 35, still not bad, 82%. And then from 35 to 45, you got a drop to 65%. And then from 45 to 55 years, you actually drop even further, 48%. Now, and trouble starts above 55, below 25%. Now, we've seen in population-based studies, even in Malaysia, that numbers are not as good even as these. People at 35 to 45 years can even have as low as 40%. Now, if your cells are working below 50%, you have just accelerated your aging process by about 20-25 years. So instead of living a healthy lifestyle to about 70, you're starting to get diseases at 45 to 50 years old. So you need to think of your cells as batteries. The more you charge them, they function optimally, right? They are able to power everything. They are able to check your skin. They can check again diseases. They can reduce aging. They can find many things. All right. Now, which category are you at? Now you got to consider. Now, if you're between 35 to 45, you are at 65% cell metabolic performance. Let me say it in simple terms again. Between 35 to 45, if your cell is working at 65% capacity, the question is, how can I push that? How can I make that reach 90%, 85%? Yes, many of them out there will be relying on supplements such as vitamin B, C, and the mainstream supplements, which is not bad. Now, but it cannot push your metabolic performance up. It can maintain them, but it cannot push them up. Now, so with this mindset of thinking that cells are batteries, I got to keep charging them. I got to keep pushing them to make sure they stay at an optimum level. Is very important, right? Another link is this. Another very important link is how the metabolic performance is actually linked to the natural stem cell in your body. Now, I put this little star illustration here. You have, when you're born with 100% naturally occurring stem cell in your body. As you age, this stem cell drops. If you can see, if you have 0, then it goes to your teen years, then it goes to your 20s, and then your 45s, and then your 60s. Your stem cell drop from 100% to 40% to 25%, then right up to 5%. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not about consuming stem cells. It's not about taking stem cells as a treatment. It is the naturally occurring stem cell in your tissue, in the blood, that helps you to stay as young and healthy as possible. Now, research has shown that many people at 45 has less than 10% of stem cells, right? So you must understand, besides, let me go up once. Besides powering your cells and the batteries, like batteries, you need to maintain the natural occurring stem cell in your body. All right. So let's recap a little bit before I go on to the next slide. So I have 2 components here. Number 1, I need to increase my cell performance. Number 2, I need to maintain my natural stem cell in the body. 2 things we need to achieve. I repeat one more time. Don't mind me repeating. I'm just imprinting this in your mind. We need 2 things to stay as young and healthy as possible. Number 1 is to increase your cell performance. Number 2 is to maintain the population of natural stem cell in your body. Now, if you can get these 2 things working together and maintaining them, then you are staying as young as possible, as long as possible. Now, it's very important to be able to keep these 2 concepts. All right. 1, increase metabolic performance of the cell. Number 2, maintain natural stem cells. All right. Now, if you have the 2 theories, or in practical, the 2 things application of it working perfectly fine, right? So what you get is an optimum human body, and this optimum human body actually requires a special formula, that has things that can reduce the inflammation in your body. I'm sure all of you know one of the biggest factor in disease is actually inflammation. When you have high levels of inflammation in your body, you tend to increase aging, you tend to lead to several diseases, organ failures, so on and so forth. So an optimum human body requires a special formula to reduce inflammation, to increase the energy levels efficiently. Now, to repair any DNA damage. Now, what is this? Every time you're exposed to the sun, every time you're exposed to a certain kind of lifestyle, you're actually inducing DNA damage. And in the body, there's this DNA repair mechanism or DNA repair enzyme that helps to repair all the DNA damage. Now, if the enzyme fails to repair the DNA damage because they don't have enough energy, then you may lead to diseases such as cancer and other sort of mutation-related diseases as well, right? So reduce inflammation, increase energy, repair DNA damage. We have to reduce the aging process in the body. Now is well established by scientists that there is 12 mechanism or 12 process that increases the aging in your body or in your cell, and you want to reduce that or keep them as low as possible. And then you want to carry out repair and regeneration of your tissue and repair. Every time the cells are old, you must change them to new cells. You must make sure the cells are always optimal, and this must be continuously done. Now, what we see in people is this. When they reach about 35, 40, their repair and regeneration slows down. They only repair, very little repair is being done, and all they do is just maintaining, and slowly going down and down in terms of the aging process. So you want to make sure you're doing repair and regenerate of tissue, which means converting your old cells in your tissue or your organ into new cells. Now, we must be able to fight diseases and make sure our immune system is as strong as possible. To prevent hormone imbalances, we need that as well, and also to boost the natural stem cells in your body. So ultimately, for anybody, whether you are facing a critical disease or you're having a chronic situation, or you are healthy and reaching an age where you're above 30 and you need something to feel better. All of this is an important point. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, we need these 8 factors working together, and then you try to achieve anti-aging. You try to achieve a healthy lifestyle for as long as that you can, right? Now, so what science has done is we've gone down to find natural compounds or natural products that can reduce inflammation. We have gone to find what can increase my energy levels, what can boost my natural stem cells. Now, what can prevent my hormone balances? So how does science do this? Number one, we find so many compounds from so many different sources, and we try to do an experiment to see, okay, does it reduce inflammation? Does it help with cardiovascular? Does it help with hormone imbalances? Does it help with aging, right? So in summary, I'm going to show you the next slide that will sound a little bit scientific, but I think it's very important that you know. And I will be able to relate that slide later on to this thing that we're trying to achieve. Right. Now, if you're following me here, I want you to focus. What are we trying to achieve in yourself and your prospects? Is all of this here, right? So science have gone out and they've found what helps with this. There are these compounds that you can actually find from plants or plant stem cell, quercetin. You got hydrocinamic acids. You got procyanidins, dihydrochalacones. You got resveratrols, catechins, and anthocyanins, and this is called microRNA. Now, so don't worry too much about the science word. You don't really need to use these words. But what I'm trying to tell you is to achieve what you see here, science has gone out to actually find the little compounds that can help you with each one of these. And these are the compounds that are proven by science. They are, number one, proven by science. They're clinically proven. These are the products that can be found in different sources. Now, imagine taking all of these products that can actually help you and putting them into one formula, right? Imagine taking this is called microRNA. You can Google them up or you can study them slowly. very interesting compound that can help in longevity. Now, if I can take microRNA from a source, I can take anthocyanins, I can take resveratrol and hydrocinamic acid. If I can put them all together, I am technically going to achieve this, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, what we have from this slide here is brilliantly put together in a very, very special formula by the best scientists in the world, Dr. Fred Zulli and Jonathan F. Hull, something called crystal cell. Therefore, I call it fountain of youth because every ingredient in crystal cell, the origin of stem cell, is actually fighting the signs of aging. It is increasing the metabolic performance of your cell and actually keeping the natural stem cells in your body as long as possible. Now, science has come for a long time, and this product has taken about 30 years of research. And Dr. Fred Zulli is a mentor and also a scientist that I looked after there in my time as a student. We actually wrote assignment papers about Dr. Fred Zulli. Dr. Fred Zulli is from Mibel Biochemistry, Switzerland, and these components that is put together in crystal cell is actually what you see here. All of this that you find is inside crystal cell. But in simple terms, how do you put it? How do you remember what is inside there? Now, so in my next slides and a few slides to come, I will be discussing about crystal cell and what is inside crystal cell and how it benefits people, right? Now, crystal cell by the medical field is known as the revolution to your cell, right? It is designed to increase the metabolic performance of your cell. Now, but what is actually inside crystal cell? What is actually inside crystal cell? And this is where I am going to probably solidify your knowledge about it, or maybe correct what you already know about it and show you what is actually inside. Now, there's two big components of crystal cell. First is the high value nutrient from plant stem cell. So these nutrients come from the plant stem cell. And another one is high value nutrient from the plants itself. So there's two different components. There are nutrients that we extract from plant stem cells, and there are nutrients that we extract from plants. For example, the first part here, the high value nutrients that we extract comes from apple stem cell and grape stem cell. Very special grapes that comes from France, right? And together we also put some phytonutrients that comes from tomato, acai berry, and blueberry. So basically, whatever that you see in this slide here comes from the different sources of these two and these three things, right? Now, so basically, scientists has different components that have shown that can help you to increase your metabolic performance of the cell. And Dr. Fred Zulli from Mibel Biochemistry has found natural sources to actually extract these components and put them as a product, right? So let me repeat. You have two parts of crystal cell. One is nutrients from plant stem cell, mainly apple and grape. Second group is actually high value phytonutrients or phytocompounds from tomatoes, acai berry, and blueberry. All right. Now, let me show you a little bit about the research work that is being done. I'm not going to go through in detail, but I'm just going to point out to you. Now, look at this effects of apple stem cells on UVB-induced damaged skin and anti-inflammatory. Now, these are studies done to show you that how excellent stem cell can work in reducing inflammation. In this case, is also a cancer study. Now, next one here, also preventive and chemo cancer studies on apple bioactive compounds from apple stem cells. Now, another one in apple, to maintain human adult stem cell. So the apple stem cell is used to maintain the naturally occurring human adult stem cell in you. And that human stem cell can increase the regenerative potential. So technically, plant stem cell component, specifically apple, is used or consumed to maintain your natural adult stem cell in your body. And if you can maintain your natural adult stem cell in the body, you can reduce aging by 50–60%. So this is something very, very important. And research has gone on to show us many things. Even if you see here, grape extract, anti-cancer and antioxidant properties. Now, all of this work points to cancer, points to cardiovascular, points to anti-aging, points to stem cell. So technically, you have a very, very value-rich compounds that can actually help the body fight diseases, can help the body maintain and increase your immune, and also reduce aging. All right, so it's very important to understand. Now, I'm only citing 4 slides here, but there are over 2,000 studies to back apple stem cell and grape stem cell in different diseases and in different conditions as well, right? So now, yes, apple stem cell, yes, plant stem cell. Now, there are so many products in the market that actually says, yes, we have apple stem cell products. Now, you must understand, crystal cell has nutrients from the plant stem cell. It's extracted out from the plant stem cell and put into your sachets that you take under your tongue, the powder, right? But how is it different? How is crystal's plant stuff different from the rest in the market? Now, you must understand there's only one technology in the world that is proven to be as efficiently to extract components from the plant stem cell, and that is known as the Phytoscience. And Phytoscience is actually developed by Dr. Fred Zulli, by Mibel Biochemistry in Switzerland. Now, this technology is able to plant the plant stem cell in huge numbers and to extract the nutrient as effectively as possible. Now, let me talk you through a little bit as quick as possible I can do and as simple as possible. Now, basically, the plant stem cell from grapes and apple are actually in this petri dish. They take a small part. And then you look, this is the most important step. This plant is wounded to produce fully formed callus. So technically, they create a wound on this little plant so that you can form the tissue. And technically, why they do the wound is because the plant then will produce so many compounds to help it recover. And that's where the technology is. And from there, it grows from a close-up of callus tissue. It starts growing. We put some into culture media. And then when you have a lot of this plant stem culture in the liquid, you can actually extract all the nutrients. Now, if you don't wound the plant at this point, you are going to get a very natural occurring plant stem cell, and there will be not enough compounds that you can extract. Now, but the phytocell technology is so robust and strong that once they do this technique of wounding the plant at the stem cell level, when the plant stem cell grows, it's growing full of compounds that can actually be extracted and concentrated in what you see in your crystal cell. Now, so if you're trying to put crystal cell in a market segment, you must understand crystal cell is not a standalone product. It comes because of its phytocell technology. And what is phytocell technology? It's actually a technology that produces plant stem cell in a large amount so that we can extract the very high value compounds from the plant stem cell. So in this case, they got apple and grapes, and we can grow them in such big numbers, in such big concentration that we can actually get the extracts out. Now, if you're asking me, now, is this a synthetic process? Not at all. Remember, it's a very natural process for the plant to produce compounds. And when they have a little wound, they just accelerate producing all these good high-value components that can help the plant to recover. And what we're doing is to extract them out to be used into your body, right? Now, so I've put a little summary here, what stem cell can do. It's a little bit wordy, but if you notice, I put some research background here. So everything is backed by research. Number one, it's an antioxidant properties. They can actually neutralize free radicals. Tick. So if you're talking about crystal cell, number one, start antioxidant. Number two, very, very important. Almost no product in the market or in the world can stimulate human stem cells. This can be done because they have something called the microRNA from the apple stem cell that can actually increase the proliferation of the human stem cell. Now, again, why do we need to stimulate the human stem cell? If you can stimulate the human stem cell, you can reduce the signs of aging because the human stem cell can help to repair and regenerate. So number one, again, antioxidant. Number two, stimulate human stem cells. Number three, nutrient supply. You have all these polyphenols, peptides, and amino acids that can support health and vitality of the human cells. It's like a high value nutrient that the cell needs, right? Now, anti-aging and regeneration. Besides stimulating human stem cells, you can actually stimulate anti-aging and regeneration. So most of them are for your skin elasticity, reduce signs of aging. So most of crystal cells benefit was also going to your skin and to improve the elasticity of your skin. And it's proven where people using crystal cell in a clinical study have seen that if within 3 months, you've seen your epidermal skin layer actually improve tremendously, and the elasticity of the skin as well, right? Now, increase cell and metabolic performance. Now, this is what you want. Very importantly, it is able to support mitochondrial health. Now, mitochondria is an organelle inside your cell that produces energy or ATP. So if you can increase or keep your mitochondria inside your cell as healthy as possible, you're going to be able to produce a lot of energy. Now, this is very, very important. And if you can do that, you're going to reduce the oxidative stress damage in critical organs such as brain, heart, and liver. Now, I already said about inflammation. You can also increase wound healing. The growth factors like cytokines, they can help with promoting cell repair during inflammation. Now, and finally, once you take crystal cell for a period of time, you are able to prevent age-related disorders. Now, the bioactive compounds over time will reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, which is actually the major contributors of disease such as arthritis, Alzheimer's, and cardiovascular disease. Now, let me take you back again this slide. So, when I first consume crystal cell, what does it do? Right? It cannot do everything together. Now, so this is the beauty of the product. When you first take crystal cell, in the first 4 weeks to 6 weeks, you are technically taking this one here. Antioxidant properties, nutrient supply, number 2. You're going with increasing metabolic performance and wound healing. So in the first 6 weeks, technically, crystal cell is helping you to reduce inflammation, get your nutrient supply in not from the main food that you eat, like your rice and protein and so on, all these micronutrients that you need them. And third is actually increasing your metabolic performance of your cell. Now, after a period of 6 weeks, okay, let me just repeat that. I tend to repeat myself. I'm very sorry. Let's look at this again. When I take crystal cell for the first weeks, what is happening to your body? Crystal cell is helping you to increase your antioxidant, reduce your inflammation in your body, give you the micronutrient that your cell needs. It is increasing your mitochondrial capacity, hence your cell performance. And then it comes to your second phase after the 6 weeks when you continue taking them. Now, when you continue taking them, your body has reached to a point that is performing above 70% just in 6 weeks, clinically proven. And then after the 6 weeks, you're stimulating your human stem cells naturally. So I always tell people that I know that is taking crystal cell, do not stop. Your first 6 weeks is very, very important. And after 6 weeks, you are actually achieving a secondary effect or second phase effect, if you like to call it, where you are actually stimulating your human stem cells. And from there, the third effect in 6 to 8 months is to prevent age-related disorder. So you need to trust the process of taking crystal cell. Try to think about this in this way. Phase 1, 6 weeks, what am I trying to achieve? Phase 2, what am I trying to achieve? And phase 3, what am I trying to achieve? If I repeat myself again, phase 1, everything about reducing inflammation, about providing nutrients as much as possible and increasing your metabolic performance. Phase 2, stimulating your own natural stem cells. Phase 3, preventing age-related disorder. Now, if you are in phase 3, you have now reaped the benefits of anti-aging. And this is very, very important. Not only anti-aging, you actually push any diseases such as cardiovascular and Alzheimer's and so on, right? Now, it's very important to understand this part. So, ladies and gentlemen, this summary of crystal cell, you must be able to think about it in terms of phase 1 or stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3, right? Now, crystal cell actually represents the next evolution of metabolic enhancement from a very innovative plant stem cell technology called phytocell tech. It is backed by science. Crystal cell actually offers the only way or the only natural pathway to optimizing your metabolic performance. So as a scientist here, I 100% endorse this product because what you see inside this product are little scientific components or compounds that can help you boost your cell performance. So it's very important to understand that the medical field considers it a revolution to the cell, something the cell needs and something the cell has been lacking for years and years and years. All right. Now, another component of my talk today is something known as the synergistic effect. What we have found is, remember the stage 1 or phase 1, stage 2 and stage 3 of crystal cell. When we are taking these crystal cells for these different stages, we found a synergistic effect with one of our other products called the Snowfield 40. Now, basically a Snowfield is a nanotechnology based spirulina. It's called Snowfield because the spirulina is actually coated with a frozen nanotechnology product that to increase the detoxification of your body and cell. Now, the synergistic effect here, what we found is we are able to increase the efficiency of crystal cell by using Snowfield 40 together. So when people consume crystal cell without the Snowfield, we find the stage 1 moving to stage 2 to 3 is slightly slowed down. However, when you use Snowfield and crystal cell together, and what happens is now you have this synergistic effect, and Snowfield is helping crystal cell to increase its efficiency. Right? I already said it's a nanotechnology based product, and the main purpose of it is to increase the efficiency of detoxification. Now, half the time we age is due to the toxins in your body. So Snowfield is one of the products that can actually carry out cellular detoxification, not only serum or blood. Now, every time people say, oh, I've got any detoxification, it's only from your blood or serum. You need to be able to do it from at the cellular level. Now, you must be able to remove chemicals, pollutants, other toxins as well. Now, it also promotes general wellness and health, prepares the cells to increase its efficiency and from crystal cell, and also reduce inflammation. Now, there are several clinical case review studies using Snowfield. People with lack of red blood cells, people with certain blood diseases have actually have tremendous improvement after consuming Snowfield. So you must understand there's a synergistic effect. It's not crystal cell helping Snowfield, but Snowfield increasing the efficiency of crystal cell. So by incorporating these two products together, Phytoscience and Nivea Biochemistry have a strong formula to achieve anti-aging and disease-free life, right? Now, so there is this recommended intake of or consumption of crystal cell. For healthy individual, what is actually recommended is 1 sachet in the morning, 1 sachet in the afternoon. And for non-critical health problems, 2 sachets in the morning of crystal cell on an empty stomach, and 1 sachet of Snowfield in the afternoon. However, in critical disease and health issue, we strongly recommend 2 sachets in the morning in empty stomach and 2 sachets in the afternoon after lunch for crystal cell, and 1 sachet in the morning and 1 sachet in the afternoon for critical health. Now, I'm sure many of you members of Phytoscience have actually seen the miracles effect of what crystal cell and Snowfield can do, and the dosage that is given to people. And you probably can share it after the talk today in terms of your discussion, right? Now, why are we a standout in the wellness industry? Let me tell you, crystal cell is actually a standout in the wellness industry. It is a product that none else can match because of the science behind it. So it is scientifically proven. The technologies are all patented. The ingredients are not only scientifically proven, they're clinically proven, which means they've taken and used it for cardiovascular patients, for other diseases as well. And there's really amazing achievement that what you can get. Now, and all the ingredients are actually pharmaceutical grade. Although these products are registered under a functional food. They're actually pharmaceutical grade quality. And we actually have real life case reviews. And there's always continuous product knowledge support from the Mibel Biochemistry team in Switzerland, Phytoscience team in Malaysia, to increase and put the best product out in the market. Right? So it is a standout product that can actually increase cell metabolic performance and also maintain your natural occurring human stem cells. All right. Now, what you have in your hands is actually an opportunity to reboot your health and to live a meaningful life. So like I said, it's all about you and how you approach the remaining years of your life and what you can do now. All right. Now, take this opportunity. Try to reflect in the idea of what you are trying to achieve in your life. Now, think about this word called health span. We have moved from lifespan, which you mean you can live to about 90 years or so on and so forth. But you probably start to get a certain disease when you're 45. Now, but we don't want that. We want you to be as healthy as possible, as long as possible. Now, for example, you have any sort of illness towards 80, 85 years old, and then you live the remaining life, right? So we want you to be as healthy as possible, as long as possible, and that is something called the health span. We want you to be able to take this opportunity and be brave, not only for yourself, but also to be able to share this secret formula that we have to as many prospects as possible so that they can also benefit. Now, remember, by sharing this or by consuming, number one, you are helping yourself. And number two, you are helping countless people there, whether they are professionals or whether they are family members or whoever that will actually improve, right? Now, I myself have seen people that actually have taken Crystal Cell and seen a difference in their life. And the longer they take them, they start to be more confident. They start to be less sick. They have more energy and less fatigue, and therefore they can live their fullest potential. All right. Now, with that, I would like to end my talk today. I would also like to say thank you very much to Phytoscience for inviting me for this talk. And it's a pleasure being here. Like I said, it's such an inspiring group and a network business family that is thriving using a very, very good product and helping so many people around the world, right? Thank you very much. And I'm here around to stay for a few questions and discussion if you would like me to answer any of your questions. Thank you very much once again. Over to you, host Selvi.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Mohan, for that informative sharing. We have an amazing crowd of 208 participants because you're here. So we need you to come more often. Right. Doctor, do you want to open up? Do you want to open up for question and answer session now?
Yes, I'm free and
how
still
many questions
awake.
Would you like to answer?
I'm okay. I will follow what you normally do. Oh, Sally, can I just add to one thing again? If
yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I'm not so sure whether Dr. Billy is okay with this, but we have a continuous sessions like this, and the next talk would be on how Crystal Cell increases your immune system or the efficiency of your immune system. So I'm supposed to put it on a slide, but I thought I better check with the team. But I'm announcing it first.
I can see the thumbs up coming. So Dr. Willie is perfectly all right with that.
He's fine with it. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
so the next series of talk that we're going to do is about very targeted. Okay, how Crystal Cell helps with immune system, and then we move to different angles of the talk. So yes. Thank you.
I think today you gave us a very, very detailed insight on this Crystal Cell product. So I think a lot of people, and you said you endorse the product. So I think that's like a reassurance for all the leaders for today, right? Okay, so probably we can ask we can take in some questions. So I can see some thumbs up here. President, maybe you want to ask something. You need to unmute yourself. You're okay, right? Any questions? Maybe you need to put up your hand. Okay, Obed Asari.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions? Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, I have a question. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I hope, from Ghana, everybody is doing well. And I know you are all doing well. Fine. First of all, I want to thank Dr. Mohan, if the name is right. Thank you so much. In fact, I am super excited listening to you, and this really helps our work and our business. Now, one of my questions that I wanted to ask is that I remember I met one doctor, and he asked this question that if we claim that our product are stem cells are live cells, they are living cells. How do we have living cells in a formulated formula, like in a sachet? Looking at the products in the sachet, they are not living cells. How can you keep cells alive in a sachet or in a bag? So I don't know if doctor can answer that for me. Can he tell us our stem cells are in a sachet, they are packaged and transported around the place. Are the cells in there alive? If they are not, how do they become alive when they enter the body? How are they stored to keep them alive? I don't know if you can help me. It was a question I couldn't answer. Thank you.
Okay. How do I pronounce your name? Obid? Sorry. Obid Asari. Obid Asari, this is one of the reason I joined Phytoscience. Your question itself. So I'm going to clear this miscommunication. And can I share my slides again? Can I just go back to my slides if you don't mind?
Yeah, doctor, please go ahead. Yeah.
All right. Now, what the doctor asked you is correct, right? But we must understand what is inside our slides, what is inside our products itself, right? Here. Now, in crystal cells sachet, we do not have any live plant stem cell. What we have is high value extracts from the plant stem cell, because you cannot keep live stem cells in a powder format. You can't. You have live extracts from the plant stem cell. Now try to think about it and see, this is the plant stem cell. There is no point me keeping this plant stem cell and giving you to consume plant stem cell. It is as equivalent of eating one apple. But what I've done is taken hundreds of apples, plant stem cell, extracted the good components from it and put it into your crystal cell. So now crystal cell has extracts of plant stem cell. Number one, I repeat, extracts of plant stem cell. That means this is my plant cell. Imagine I'm growing them. I take them out in high amounts. Now, you cannot eat 100 apples. The fiber will just do very big harm to your body. However, if I take all those components inside, all the nice chemical compounds inside, natural chemical compounds, sorry, all the phytonutrients from the plant stem cell and give it to you. That's one. Second, I take nutrients from tomatoes, acai berry, and blueberry. I process them, I take out the nutrients, I isolate the nutrients and put them into crystal cell. So crystal cell, the powder you get is actually high value compounds from two groups. One, plant stem cell, another one, plants. Now, products out there will mostly have only this. All products out there will have compounds isolated from plant stem cell, but not at high concentration. They will be a bit at a lower concentration. So what the medical doctor asks you is, how do you keep plant stem cell inside the sachet? The answer is, we do not keep plant stem cell inside the sachet. We keep high value extracts or isolates from the plant stem cell, specifically apple and grape. Now, to all Phytoscience member and new prospects, we must understand, we need to get this right. We cannot give an information out there that can lose our credibility. Remember, we have a very good product. And again, let me stress, the answer is I have extracts and isolation of apple and grape stem cell in crystal cell. The rest is actually compounds from plants called phytonutrients that we put them together. And now, why do we take them? Because science has proven, for example, if I take microRNA from apple, or if I take anthocyanins, they can actually help me with anti-aging. They can actually reduce inflammation, so on and so forth. All right. So in short, when someone asks you what is inside crystal cell, then the answer is high value nutrient isolated from plant stem cell, high value nutrient isolated from plants such as tomatoes, acai berry, and blueberries. This is the answer. I hope I answered your question there, Obid.
Obid Asari, is that okay? Is that you need to unmute? to speak?
Yeah. In fact,
yeah, is that
very, very good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
okay? Thank you. Thank you for your question, and thank you, Dr. Mohan. I think we have another one, Dr. Karim. He's got questions. I've written down the names, so I'll go one by one. Yeah, please be patient. So, Dr. Karim, you need to unmute yourself.
So
yeah, you can speak.
I think for those who is asking any questions, it would be good that put their video on. That would be appreciated.
Okay, sure.
Thanks.
Sure. Right. Hello, Dr. Karim.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
please go
Doctor.
ahead with your question.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mohan, for your presentation. I really appreciate it. I was waiting for something like this for a long time, especially that we keep receiving a lot of questions from our members about give us something scientific about your products. That very clear. Every single Zoom we meet people asking us, give us something scientific about your products. I'm really happy with this presentation. I would like really to stress on that point and many other Zooms so we can get more and more information about the scientific background of these things, right? Even we need to translate it into Arabic because our teams are over there in the Middle East and they are really keen to know something, but it will be really strong background if they know a lot about the science background.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. And I would like, if we can get this presentation like in PDF or something, then I can put it later on in Arabic. It will help us so much. Appreciate it. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Karim. It's very nice to hear that. Rest assured, we have many talks like this designed, but today's talk, it will be the first series. And slowly, my whole vision is to make the entire members of Phytoscience to become a scientist like me, so I can retire.
Yeah, by the way, yeah, just for some of you, since we have 211 participants here, I must tell you that Dr. Mohan is from University Malaya, and I think not many of you know that University Malaya is probably the oldest and the highest ranking public university in Malaysia, and it was founded in 1949, Doctor?
Yeah.
1949, right? And
it's actually started longer than that, but in Singapore,
right,
as Raffles College here.
Yeah, and a lot of researches are conducted in University Malaya. And in order to get into University Malaya, it's not an easy thing. And Dr. Mohan is there, so we know that he knows his stuff. Yeah. Right. So
may I add to Dr. Karim? May I add to Dr. Karim's comments just now? This PDF, my scientists will make them better, obviously, and make it more clearer with more explanation. This is for a talk, so I shorten it. So they will give you with graphs an explanation of the results, where we'll put one PDF for English, and then you can translate to different language. So today's talk was tuned and make it short so that I don't make everyone slip off with my talk. But it will be called like a science product description, scientific product description. So we're trying to create a manual for each product, starting with crystal cell and snowfield. So Dr. Karim, thank you. We are looking forward to it.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for that. Okay.
Thank you. Sure.
Thank you, Dr. Karim. Thank you, Dr. Mohan. And I think we have another one from Nigeria, another leader. Anka, can you unmute yourself, and probably you need to turn on your camera.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good afternoon. It's afternoon here in Nigeria, Lagos, actually. And I thank you for the opportunity to ask this question. It's been an impressive session. I'm truly excited about it. I've been telling everybody I know, just join, just join, just join. Now you can hear the proof, the scientific proof of what we've been talking about. Yes, we've had testimonies, and then people still ask. The doubting Thomases, like we asked them, what is the science behind this? How can we prove that it's not a fluke or someone just deceiving us or placebo effect and all that? And so this really goes to address that. I would like to ask Dr. Mohan, thank you very much for your work on the issue of a dosage. I was speaking with someone, a lawyer recently, who had issues with glaucoma, despite the fact that we've had scores and scores of testimonies in my team. Professor Adeloye has had plenty of testimonies concerning that. He wanted to know how much of what he should take. And we don't want to say, yes, because it's natural, take as much as possible. That is number one. Secondly, someone asked me, if I'm pregnant and I have issues, when and how much of crystal cell and snowflake forte is safe for me to take? I couldn't really answer that. And so I was like, I'll find out and I will get back to you. Those are two pressing issues that I have at the back of my mind. And then again, if we could have a table or this materials made available to us for us to consult so we can answer our prospects when they ask us, I truly would appreciate it. Thank you.
Anka, I think that is a very good point that you raise. Dosage requirement and for different conditions. In your first case, just now, if I'm not mistaken, it's glaucoma, if I'm not mistaken. So in that case, we consider a critical condition in terms of the body. So if you're trying to look at gaining the effects of a crystal cell at its optimum, then the requirement is suggested as 2 a day and 2 and 1 snowfield in the afternoon. However, you're right by saying that we should design something, and it's not hard to design that, to design the requirement dosage based on the different diseases. Maybe we can start with high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, then we can go to diabetes and so on and so forth. Now, in your second question, a second prospect for people who are, for ladies who are pregnant, now, crystal cell and snowfield are what we call as immunomodulatory. Immunomodulatory, which means it only activates the immune system. They cannot create anything negative to your body. It's basically taking very high nutrient food that you're eating. Now, if you look about 50, 60 years ago to our grandparents, they had food in the most nutritional form. Therefore, their body had all the compounds they get. But now, since with our lifestyle and the food that we eat, we are losing so many high-value compounds. So in short, consuming crystal cell and snowfield while being pregnant is very, very, very safe, right? Now, but because the demands of being pregnant is high, and they have other supplements to take, actually the doctor will prescribe folate, calcium, and so on, then it is advisable to take 1 session in the morning and 1 session in the morning and 1 snowfield in the afternoon. So it is very safe. And if you think about dosage, you can stick with the 1+1 dosage of for people who are pregnant, right? But again, these case review studies for people who have a certain disease, we've seen them take 2 in the morning, 2 in the night for different cases. So what we can do is probably put a table out for the business leaders to follow, or probably have a guide that you can do as a guide, right? But in terms of safety, it does not do any harm to the body. It's like having very high nutrient food. Is that okay, Anka?
Good, I'm good. I'm good with it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. And I think there's another question for you. Thank you, Leader Anka. And there's another question for you, I think, from Adi Tutu Olukbenga. Can you unmute and turn on your camera before you ask Doctor the questions? Yeah, hi.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
This has been an awesome presentation. And for this, we are grateful to you for bringing our scientists this evening. I just want to ask a question, though we talked about crystal cell this evening, but I've had cause to engage some people who have diabetes, and they will tell you that they are not able to take some of the berries or the grapes, you know, that because of their condition, they are not able to consume our product because it contains, you know, grapes. So I want to ask Doctor, what do you have to say about this? You know, regarding to people with diabetes who cannot take certain fruits. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditutu. This is amazing. I should come more often for these talks, actually, rather than you invited me. Maybe I just sit down. So, okay, let me start off with this. when they eat grapes, grapes contains sucrose. Sugar is sweet, right? Now, and that sucrose is going to go into your body and stimulate the pancreas to produce insulin. And if you do not have enough insulin, your blood sugar is going to go high, right? Are we okay with that, Kat? So I eat grapes or apple is sweet, mango, apple, whatever. The sugar in the fruit is going to stimulate my pancreas, and you will need to increase the insulin level so you can bring down your blood glucose level. But if your pancreas is not producing enough of it, you cannot reduce the glucose level in your body. That becomes diabetes. It's right for them to say, oh, I cannot eat fruits. I have to control my amount of fruits because my sugar level is very, very high. However, crystal cell has products or compounds taken out from the plant stem cell of grapes, taken out from the plant stem cell of apple, which does not contain sucrose. So inside, now imagine, this is my grapes. Okay, this is my grapes. It has sucrose, it has resveratrol, it has anthocyanins, it has different compounds. Now, instead of me consuming this and taking the sucrose, I've left the sucrose away. That is going to trigger your blood glucose level, and I've taken all the other nutrients that can help your cell performance. So technically, we are giving diabetes patient a miracle to let the pancreas achieve a certain optimum performance so that they can help to bring down the glucose level. So it is not the same as eating fruits, because fruits have, consuming fruits directly has sucrose in it. Whereas crystal cell has natural compounds isolated from the plant stem cell and not the sucrose. So if anybody who wants to get the benefit of grapes and apples without increasing their blood glucose level is to take crystal cells. So remember, there's no naturally occurring sucrose from plants in crystal cells.
Right. Thank you, doctor. Thank you, and thank you for your question, Lida. And I think there's another question here. Manal Mohammed, can you unmute and turn on your camera? And then you can proceed with your question. Yeah, you can speak now.
Hi, everyone. Yes, I have no question actually, but I think it's my only chance to thank you and thank Doctor for the amazing information that we got today. This is what we have been looking for a long time. So it's like, oh my God, from the first moment of the lecture, mashallah, alhamdulillah, is very, very nice and very effective. Thank you for all these informations, and no words can be enough actually for our happiness to have this information. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Leader Manal. Thank you. Okay, we've got another question from Leader Esutab, Nigeria, is it? Can you unmute and turn on your camera if you have a question?
Good day, everyone.
Are you able to turn on your camera, Leader?
Okay.
Yeah, you can speak. You can speak. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can see you now.
Please?
We can hear you. We can see you.
Okay. Okay.
Please go ahead with your question.
My question is this. Yeah, can someone with a low BP take double stem cell or crystal cell? Is it safe or good for someone with low BP to take crystal cell? Because I have a client who is on double stem cell, but has been ICU past 3 days and her pressure has dropped to 2/50 this month.
Your signal is bad, so perhaps you can repeat the question. Can you repeat the question? Your line is breaking, so we can't hear you in full. Can you repeat the question?
So is it better now?
Yeah, it's breaking. We heard you saying that someone has low blood pressure, low BP, is it? Yeah.
Okay, my question is, yeah, so her BP is, he has dropped. Is it safe continue?
I think I get the gist of the question. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So crystal cell is safe to consume for any disease because it's high value nutrient that helps your cell perform better. Now, in the case of low BP, the question is not is it safe, but the question is how can crystal cell help this particular patient? What can crystal cell do? Now, if you remember my talk about the different stages, the stage one is anti-inflammation, providing the high value nutrient. Stage two, you're moving to increase the stimulation of your human stem cell, and stage three is to prevent diseases. Now, with someone with low BP, what is happening in the body is their inflammation will be very, very high. Their your cell performance will be very, very low because there is not enough nutrient going to every part of the body and nutrient. So technically, someone with low BP will need to have some kind of help or support for the tissue or cells to increase its performance. You cannot just rely on the human system by itself. So by taking crystal cells, you are actually helping the patient to help every organ in the body to perform at an increased level. So technically, this nutrient that they take directly under the tongue that can help them actually reduce inflammation in the cell and tissue, they can actually increase the performance. So the question that you got to ask or you got to explain to your client in terms of what crystal cell can do for you in the particular condition of the patient. It is very, very safe. It is not going to trigger anything else with the disease or the high blood pressure. It is something that is known to only increase the efficiency of the human body. So someone with very low blood pressure or diabetes or so on and so forth, it is highly recommended to take crystal cell to help them with all the different organs in their body.
Right. Thank you, Doctor. I hope that explains the question to the leader Isutep earlier. I've got 5 people have raised their hands. So are you okay to answer these questions?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay. So we'll go to leader Victoria. Victoria, can you unmute and turn on your camera and go ahead with your question?
Victoria from Canada.
Yes.
My concern is good it's morning here to everyone. Yeah, thank you, doctor. My concern is we see some of our products on Amazon and people asking oh, it's cheaper there, and also how I want to know if it's the ones on Amazon, is it the same thing that we are selling? Doctor is producing for us.
If you understand. Yeah. Thank you, Victoria. Good morning to you. I think this I will leave it to Dr. Willie or Selvi.
Yeah. Probably I'll get the in a bit I will invite Dr. Willie to talk about this. Yeah, leader Victoria, you got to stay on for a while because let's finish up the questions for Dr. Mohan before he leaves the session. Yeah, thank you so much for the questions. So I'll leave that for Dr. Willie later. Thank you. And now we have leader Amira. I can see Obaid Asari. Just give me a moment. I'll just go in turns for the others and then come back to you. Leader Amira, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you, Sylvie? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm great.
Before leader Amira, since I'm here, perhaps I may just answer Victoria. The question that he has brought up. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for bringing up these questions. Okay. My name is Datuk Willie, DC of Phytoscience Malaysia. Okay. First of all, this is very important for you all to understand and how to overcome this situation. You see, when a company or the products, any products, branded products, any products, yeah, in the world, which is luxury products as well, there's always a copycat. Am I right to say that? Yeah. And everything when it's branded, or when it's get well known, high demand in the market, because we are in 50 countries nowadays. So 13 years in the market. So definitely when there is high demand, there'll be a copycat. They will copy even exactly the same. Yeah. And also, if I'm not wrong, Jide from Nigeria also has shown, when they took out the what we call the powder, the color is totally different. The packaging, it looks 100% the same. Nowadays, as you know, everyone can copy exactly the same, 100%. Okay, because of the technology. Yeah, but ingredients, it can be the same, similar. Yeah, it can be the color slightly different, or it can be very different. Yeah, so I want to share with you online, the exercise always how we overcome these questions to all the members or to the prospect. You see, when it's popular, there's original and there's a fake product, what we call fake or imitation products. Yeah, definitely. Imitation product is much further cheaper, is confirmed. If example, if the market rate is $100, the fake product can be $20, $30. Yeah, because it's imitation. Any imitation goods as well. If it's luxurious, genuine is different price. Those imitation is different price, right? So, however, they may say Amazon, any online, yeah, not only Amazon, yeah, any online, because anyone can sell online. You must understand, yeah, we have also have our own advocates, our own lawyer as well. We are not able to stop all the online. Anyone can put in TikTok, it can put in any social media, Facebook page, especially if you are a competitor. It can be a competitor, it can be a fake product. We have no idea, because when a company getting more and more popular, where more competitors will come in, especially we are in this field. Yeah. So it's like example, if you don't like a company A, the market is selling $100, you can just put it, oh, I'm selling at 10 US dollar. Can you do that? Yes, anyone can do that. Just example, any company, I don't like your company, I just put the same product, you are selling $100, and tomorrow, tonight, I can sell $10. I just put in a website, I can put in social media, I can put in anywhere. You cannot do anything because it's other people's platform. Yeah, we have checked on that. And that is a fake product. Or second, it can be a competitor. Yeah. So to confuse the market. So I urge to all the leaders and to all the partners, the most important with my experience in network marketing, coming to 20 years in this industry, there are a lot of people not successful, are still struggling. And some of you or some of them are enjoying, means successfully, has made more than $300,000, $500,000, or $1 million. Yeah. So they are moving the right planning and the right strategy. Network marketing is not how good you sell the product. When you start selling the product, that's where the price, or what we call a price war, yeah, it may affect it. More important is you share the value of the product, the value of the company. You sell your value, why you need to join my team. Example, what the value I can help you means to leverage your network, yeah, to help you together, and how to consume for free, yeah, and also how to build your network, yeah, build your network into internationally, and to create a passive income. And the beauty part, this business can be a legacy to pass down to the next generation. More important is how you're going to get for free product. Yeah, means get back your capital, and how you're going to generate your income from 1 to 2,000 US dollar, 2 to 3,000 US dollar every month. I think that is more important of zooming, building up your network instead of selling individual product. I know that some of you still selling individual products, means keep on selling. Yeah, everywhere you go, you just sell one product by itself. If you are doing retailing, it's very tiring. If you don't sell, no income. Yeah, this is very important. No selling, no income. Yeah, so at the end you get exhausted. So how you're going to create from active to passive income is to help to build, develop a team. Means behind, at the end you got a team. Okay, but at the end, as I said, yeah, you may lose some of the customer. They still want the cheap online, everything cheap, cheap, cheap. You just tell them everything you consume, there is a risk. It's up to you. Yeah, we can't do anything because it's your health. Is your health worth just $10 or $20? Yeah, so this is very important question. So mine, I guarantee is original 100%. Yeah, 100% quality from Phytoscience Malaysia. Yeah, so doesn't mean cheap is good. Yeah, you always remember before you purchase online, everything you consume is goes in. Yeah, once it goes in, we have no idea. Yeah, so at the end, it's up to your decision. But if you feel that you want to consume for free or you want to build as a business, I will guide you and you get the right original product. That is how you're going to handle the situation. Thank you. I'll pass back to the host.
Thank you, Dato' Willie. And can I confirm that the item that's being sold online in any platforms is not directly coming from Phytoscience? Can I say that?
Definitely, because we are running.
So it's done by some individuals, on their own, and it's at their own risk. And please do not purchase from there because it is not from Phytoscience company.
Yeah, and definitely it can be copycat. You get what I mean? There's a lot of different company or different countries. They are producing one of the best copycat in the world. Yeah. So if your product, any product is good, they are tomorrow within a month they can come up the same product, the same packaging. Okay. So it's happening. Not necessary in network marketing, in any traditional products, which I do not want to name, yeah, because it's in life, yeah. So
thank you, Dato'. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
I think I'll move on to the questions for Dr. Mohan. We've got Sonny from South Sudan. Sorry, leader Sonny from South Sudan. Can you unmute yourself and turn on your camera?
I think Selvi, go to the leader Amira first. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, leader Amira. I'm so sorry.